guys, my name is Stanley and I'm from RC Tank Legion. Thank you for watching my channel. Remember to subscribe. Okay guys, so today we're gonna do an unboxing video of the Heng Long Jagpanther. Okay, this is the version 6 version and this is the S version. I'm saying a lot of versions, but okay, anyway, this is the 6.0S version. Don't get me wrong, S for steel gearbox. Okay, so this is the latest 6.0 and it has the steel gearbox, as you can see from the many confusing configurations here. So this is the S1 version over here, which means it comes with steel gearbox, but everything else is plastic, such as the metal plastic tracks and the road wheels and such. Okay, so let's get into it. So this is what it looks like. Jagpanther, very famous hunter killer tank from World War II. As you can see, this is the radio, box of bits and bobs, box of BBs, their USB charger, and of course IR receiver and a box, a bottle of smoke oil. This is the 6.0S version. Okay, the S version allows you to change the control configuration to 2-stick drive. So usually stock Heng Long is 1-stick drive, where you drive everything with 1 stick. Whereas with 2-stick drive, I think one side is throttle and one side is steering. So bit confusing, but some people like it that way. We call it the Tamiya style of driving. Okay, let's get into it. So a lot of people don't know that most actually all Heng Long barrels are metal, but for certain details they would put plastic covers on the outside. So this is because this detail is quite simple. This is the same as the King Tiger barrel, so it's all metal, all aluminium. Of course the muzzle is plastic though. Okay, let me get into it. Of course, it comes with a bunch of instructions. Okay, I don't know why they give so many, but this is basically the instructions for the 6.0, how to work all the buttons and the functions. Okay, let me get. Okay, so just to show you guys, this is the stock Heng Long battery, right? Some people call it online as the black battery because it's black cover. Actually, this battery is a dummy. It's this size, but the real size is actually about this big inside, the size of a 18650 lithium-ion battery. That's what it looks like inside. So if you were to take a hammer and tap it on the opposite side of where the cables are, you can smack it over here, and when it splits open, you can see what's inside. Usually it's a pack of blue covered lithium-ion batteries. So that's why this is shaped. You know, there's 2 cylindrical shapes here. So basically, it's a dummy battery. It's actually this big. So don't be fooled by this. But Heng Long has stopped doing this now, so they actually just reverted to the original size and shape. Okay, let me turn it on. So again, whenever you put the battery on, connect the battery, switch on the tank, the light will be flashing to let you know that the battery is connected, but it's not switched on. You need to turn on your radio. There will be a nice beep sound. Okay, I can barely hear the beep. Sometimes you can hear it. Okay, never mind. And then there's a padlock key. Press it to turn on the engine. Okay. So the right stick is the one that does the driving. Great thing I like about the version 6 versus the previous versions is that the drive is very fine. You can press a little, turn a little bit, and the tank will crawl really nice and slow. Just like the real thing. But of course you can always drive it really quick like that. like the real thing, but you know, you get what I mean. But you can always make it slower by pressing G and let me see. Slow speed. G and stick. Okay, you press G and the right stick down. So now the tango drive relatively slower. See, it's much slower than before. So more scale speed. To make it fast again, G and up. Okay, so it comes with many functions. You can check it out on the version 6 manual. Okay, so I'm going to go through some of this. There's on the radio. A lot of people don't know is that all these fine-tuning tabs, these trim tabs, are actually fake. Okay, let me turn it off. All these trim tabs are fake. It doesn't actually move. But so you can adjust the trim by pressing on. You press G, and then the left stick to the left or to the right for your left or right trim. And then if you want to turn on or off the lights, let me turn it on first. So when the tank is fully switched on, like now engine is running, the light will be a steady on. So to switch it off, you press G and up, and it turns off. And to turn it back on, up again. And of course, if you have real lights, which this doesn't, you press G and down to switch on the real light. This doesn't have real light, so you can ignore that. Other stuff would be... Okay, just to show you guys to fire the cannon, you press both silver buttons. Okay, take care not to point your barrel unless you're pretty sure you disabled the BB or stuff, because you never know when you have a BB bullet in there and you don't want to be looking down the barrel with a BB pointing at you and shooting you in the eye. Machine gun. You can see the light. Cannon fire again. As you can hear, that's the BB motor running, pulling it back, and then when it hits the limit switch, it releases the airsoft plunger, and then it also tells the cannon to fire. So that's what it sounds like. Okay, so if you realize that Heng Long tanks when they fire, there's a bit of a recoil. You press K and S to change the recoil setting. So now the recoil is a bit more, moves the button a bit more, and then this is the strongest setting. So you notice it moves more now, and then back to 0, I think. So now it's 0. So every time you press K and S together, it changes how recoil it gives. And of course, the version 6 comes with 4 different sound sets. This is the Tiger 1 sound set. The next sound set is the Leopard 2. And then the next is the T90 sound set. And then last of all, the most unique one, which will be the M1A2 turbine engine. And of course, back to Tiger 1. Okay, so it has the volume control, which is V. You can make it louder, and then it goes back to 0. So to change the sound, and max volume at step number 7, and 0 again. Comes with smoke. So press S for the smoke. Without the engine sound running, you can hear the pump running. And of course, if we have a bit of black background, as you can see it's nice and smoky. So with the engine running, you cannot really hear the pump running, so it's nice and realistic. Well, warning, when you're running the smoke, it does run out of fluid, so you do want to use this to refill the smoke fluid inside. And to do this is a bit tricky because the exhaust pipes are not exactly direct, but by right you're supposed to take the hose, fill it in through the hose, goes inside, and if it's a bit stuck, just use your blow it down the pipe because you don't want fluid to be stuck at the pipe or else the smoke doesn't come out. Okay, and then you do not want to be running it dry, because when you run it dry, the filament will burn, and when it burns, of course, the smoke doesn't work after that. So just a word of caution, don't run it dry, and also don't put too much smoke fluid inside. It will drown the unit as well. Ballpark figure, you put about 5 ml of fluid, which is about, give or take, 10 drops of oil, but never too much more than that, because I tried it before. We put too much oil, it drowns out the unit. Okay, so if you have any questions, please feel free to comment in the comment section below. I do realize on the Panther, this particular version, that the front sags a lot. So in my experience with customers, right, the first 3 wheels, we usually have to open up some wheels, open up the tracks. There is a spring setting. If you guys know about Heng Longs already, if you open up the wheels and the suspension arms, if you remove the spring, you can see there's 2 holes. The original hole where the spring is sitting, it will be the softer setting, and if you put it to the next hole, it will be a much slightly harder spring setting, so it will bring the tank back up a little bit, like so. So right now it's a bit too saggy. This is the honest truth. It's very saggy. I don't like it myself. And this version does not come with the idler tensioners. The suspension arms are all plastic. Okay, but easily fixed, not difficult. Okay, so this is the Jagpanther from Heng Long version 6, and of course it has a few of these hatches that open, and you can put your figurines and stuff like that inside. Of course, this is your IR receiver, which you would stick it on somewhere magnetic like so. And this is the box of bits and pieces. Let's see what's inside. Okay, we got the wheel caps. Heng Long Hans as usual, same old guy. Spare tracks that you put here. Toolkit, not really the toolkit, but you know, the accessories for the tank. Okay. And the machine gun, the C-clamps, C-hooks and fire extinguisher, periscope, and periscope. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So of course it comes with a box of BBs. Again, for those guys who do like the airsoft function, do not use a heavier BB than a 0.12 gram. If you do use a 0.2 gram, it's fine, but it's a bit too heavy for the tank. When you shoot it, it may not go as far. And because this is a toy airsoft, and the airsoft is not exactly meant to be upgraded and stuff like that. The unit is actually really small. There's not much room for you to do anything anyway. And honestly speaking, for what we do, airsoft unit is the first thing we remove, and then what we'll do is we put a recoil with it. So that's what we don't really care for the airsoft unit. But anyways, you guys can always play with it. So if you have any questions again, please feel free to leave in the comment section below. And so I hope you enjoyed today's unboxing video. Please stay safe, wash your hands, wear masks when you go out, and as always, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.